Welcome to Becoming a Resonance Healer. My name is Gadu. Thank you so much for joining us. So today I would like to talk about idea of Tanden. Tanden or Dantian in Chinese is a basic Kiko concept or Qigong concept. And Tanden is usually called energy reservoir or energy center. And the words Tanden have two words. Tang is elixir or medicine. And then the character means field. Actually, it comes from an idea of a rice field. So Tanden is a field of medicine or field of elixir. And this idea is, it's a energy center or where the energy is collected in our body. And there are three major tandens. The one is the lower tanden, that is considered as a main energy source, and it's also a center of your vitality. And the middle tanden is usually considered as a center of your ki, and the upper tanden is oftentimes considered as center for your spiritual energy. And sometimes the top of your head, your hyakue point, is called top tanden, and the bottom of your torso or aim point is called bottom tanden. But that's not always true. So usually these three tanden, lower, middle, and upper, is where we focus. And to understand the function of a tanden is easy to understand by using computer analogy. So if you think of a computer, our physical body is a mainframe, and sometimes it's a computer that connected to, robot or anything, just a physical manifestation of it. And your lower tanden is your power source, So however wonderful your computer is, without the power source, if there is no electricity, it's useless, right? So that's how important your power source is. Your middle tanden is like operating system, or like a Windows or Mac OS, those kind of thing, and also software. So if your capacity for the computer is very good, but if the operating system's running low or old version of it, and your computer doesn't do much, right? And your upper tanden is considered it's an information gateway. So you can consider it's like antenna, or in a computer it's more like a Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi connection. And it's also your processor. So that's where you can bring in the information into yourself, Because any software, you can't run without informations, especially nowadays everything is like web-based. So if you can think of all the external information is coming in and they need to be processed, the raw information may or may not be useful, so it has to be able to process the information. So you can't just have a processor and a good Wi-Fi connection without having a good software and operating system. And everything is useless unless you have a right power source. So that's why the lower tanden, middle tanden, upper tanden is very important. And even more important is, why you are doing it, right? So any information is useless unless you know how to use it or what it's for. So your your intention, your consciousness, your mind, and your heart is where, how this whole computer operate. And so that's why your is a movement of your kokoro. So that's why you need to develop your kokoro, and opening of your kokoro is essential for your body to function properly. It's also, nowadays you understand there's so much information out there, but we don't know what information is what you need. So you're developing your kokoro, opening your kokoro, help you to know, this is the information right for me. And so, my computer, and whole things will work together. And That's why that it's important to just have idea of tanden, and opening and keeping these tandens open, and keep developing your tanden is very important practice too. So we'll continue to talk about that too.